Hello, my name is Jim Amaral, and I'm at the South Rowan YMCA. I teach Tuesday night yoga class at South Rowan YMCA, and due to the COVID-19, we are conducting classes virtually. So since we are home and we are practicing social distancing, I encourage you to stay active and do what you can do by possibly using whatever you have at the house to get your workouts in. If you don't have a yoga mat, you can use a towel. If you don't have a block and you need a block, you can use a couch pillow. But the big thing is just to continue to move. So this is going to be approximately a 30-minute Vinyasa style yoga class, and for those that come to my Tuesday night class, it'll be a very similar flow. Okay? So we're going to start off in child's pose. Big toes come together in child's pose. Knees are wide apart. Our head is firmly on the earth, and we just start to focus on our breathing. Take a few cleansing breaths. Some slight movements in your shoulders. Let your glutes melt to your heels. Your forehead is firmly on the earth. And I encourage you to take 3 rounds of breath in this child pose. Inhale through your nose, open the mouth and exhale. 2 more times. Let's walk the hands over to the right side of the mat, placing the left hand on top of the right. Breathing into that left side body. And we walk hands back to center. Take a reset breath here. And then we walk hands to the left side, placing the right hand on top of the left hand. Let's walk hands back to center. Take 1 more cleansing breath here. Come up on the fingertips, allowing your forearms to come off the earth, giving you a little bit more space for your chest and shoulders to melt that much closer to the earth. And we can push our way up into tabletop. Hands are directly underneath shoulders, knees are under hips. And let's go through 3 rounds of cat and cows. Really exaggerate these movements. Move with your breath. I'm going to show you from a side angle. Just exaggerate the postures. Inhale for cow. Exhale for cat. Keep moving and breathing, taking any organic movements that you may need. What is your body calling for, right? You know that better than anybody else, right? I enjoy C curves to the right and the C curve to the left. Maybe we're at home doing more typing and texting more than usual, so let's get into our wrists a little bit. Let's not neglect our wrists and our forearms. Again, this is your yoga practice. I'm just here to guide you through it. Take what you need. We're going to warm the spine up with the spinal balance. So the right hand is going to go to the front of the room. The left foot is going back. We want the right thumb and the left heel to be the same height. Notice how my neck is long and not crunched up or down. We want to be linear. Point the toes towards you. Turn the quad on. Turn the belly on. You are strong. You are stable. To help with your balance, maybe look at a blemish on the floor. Exhale, cheetah, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cheetah, and hold, but we're breathing here, folks. Inhale, lengthen. Awkward airplane. Rise for gate pose. Get as big as you possibly can here. Exhale, cactus-like arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus-like arms. Inhale, lengthen. Right hand goes down. Let's reach over the head, getting into that side body. Breathing into that left side body. Using that core strength. Come back to center. Point the left toes out. Take a deep bend in that left knee. And let's walk the shoulder over to the inside of the knee. Drop the head, always remembering to soften the face, separate the teeth. Breathe through it, folks. Let's walk hands back to center. Bring the leg back up and around the spinal balance. Take a deep bend in that left leg. Reach back with the right hand and take a bind. Breathe through it. Carefully release the bind. Back to spinal balance. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, lengthen. Tabletop. 3 rounds of cat and cow, or any movements that you need. Remember to inhale on the cows and exhale on cats. We're always inhaling when we get big, and we're exhaling when we get smaller. Make that space through your breath. Left hand to the front of the room. Right foot back, spinal balance on the left side now. Remember all the cues, neck not crunched up or down, heel and thumb are the same height, toes flexed, quad turned on, belly turned on. Find your focal point. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cheetah, and hold, but we're breathing. Inhale, lengthen. Awkward airplane. Drop the right foot and rise for gate pose. Getting as big as you can. Exhale, cactus-like arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus-like arms. Inhale, lengthen. Dropping the left hand down, right hand is reaching for the side. Breathing into that right side. Shining your face and your chest to the sky, always open. Using that core strength, come back to center. Exhale the hands down. Take the right toes, point them outwardly, deep bend in that knee, and walk the hands over to the inside of the foot. Drop the head, soften the face. If you have the space, maybe you take a bind and just gently pull yourself a little bit deeper into this pose. Release the bind if you have one. Walk hands back to center, straightening that leg out, pointing the toes back towards the front of the room, bringing the foot up and around, making our way to spinal balance again. Taking that bind on the opposite side. Remember, whatever we do on the right, we are doing on the left. This practice is all about balance. Release the bind, back to spinal balance, down tabletop, and inhale for cow, exhale for cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Walk your dog, wag your tail. What do you need in this downward facing dog? It may be different than what I need. So take what your body needs. Come up on the tippy toes, melt the heels to the right side of the mat, evenly distributing the weight between your hands and shoulders. Then we come back up on the tippy toes and we melt to the left side of the mat. Downward facing dog. Take your gaze to the top of your mat and take the smallest baby steps into our first forward fold. Keep the feet about hips width apart, which is about 2 fist width, and just relax. Knees are slightly bent. We are not locking out our knees. You can bend them a lot, you can bend them a little, whatever feels good in your body. Let's take ragdoll arms and let's just sway side to side. Remembering to breathe and be soft. Release the bind and rise for Tadasana Mountain Pose, getting as big as you possibly can here. Reaching for the sky, pulling the quads off your knee caps. Exhale, cactus-like arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus-like arms. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, cactus-like arms, and continue traveling those arms all the way behind you, interlacing the hands behind your back, rolling the shoulders down the spine. Gaze to the sky. Drop the head. Release the bind. Hands go back to the sky. Big inhale, swan dive, leading with the head forward. Fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Halfway lift, we are turning, the belly's on, our back is flat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise for mountain pose. Getting as big as we can here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take a deep bend in the right leg. Right hand stays down. Left hand goes to the sky. Gaze goes with that left hand. Blocks here are really good for your right hand. Take your left hand, place it on the sacrum, the lower back, if you have the space. Left hand back to the sky, to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Deep bend in the left leg, left hand stays down, right hand goes to the sky. Gaze goes with that right hand. Should feel this along the outer hip. It's really good for the sacrum. Maybe take that top hand to the spine. Right hand back to the sky, and you can feel this in your outer hip. It's great for the sciatica as well. Right hand to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Palm the earth, step back. Hold your high plank. Flow through your vinyasa. That is high plank to low plank. Keep the elbows tight, grazing the ribs. We lower under control. We untuck the toes, and we take up dog. Downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath here. It may feel really good in your body. Big inhale. Exhale, let it out. Take your gaze to the top of your mat again. We're going to go into our second set of forward folds. This time you can get here quicker. I'm going to get there with a hop, but you can get there with some baby steps or a big step. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise for Tadasana, getting as big as you can here. Interlacing your hands, pointers towards the sky. And we go to the right. Opening the chest, gaze to the sky, biceps close to the ears. Breathe through it. Soft faces. Come back to center. Let's go the opposite way. Chest and gaze to the sky. And we come back to center, releasing the bind, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Shake your head yes to possibilities. Shake your head no to negativity. Walk the hands over to the right side. I like to take a bind on the right calf or Achilles. Breathe through it. And we walk hands back to center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, walking the hands over to the left side. Walking hands back to center. Heel toe the feet together. Let's inhale, rise for chair pose. Hands heart center. Can you see your toes? Can you wiggle your toes? You are safe in your body. We're going to take a yogi squat, coming up on the toes as high as we possibly can. Dropping the hips 2 inches. Staying in this. Staying on the toes, drop the hips 2 more inches. You got it. Push through it. 2 more inches with the hips. How low can you go? Exhale, forward fold. Strong work, folks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Getting as big as you can here. Take a back bend as big or small as you want. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Palm the earth. Step or hop back and flow through your vinyasa. That is high plank to low plank, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. I encourage all of you to take a nice deep breath here. I've worked up a little bit of a sweat by now. Right leg to 3-point. Point those toes. Exhale, low runner's lunge. The right foot comes between both the hands. Let's modify this low runner's lunge, dropping the left knee down, walking the hands up to the thigh, pushing the hips forward, rolling the shoulders back. Gaze goes towards the sky. Now let's push ourselves a little bit and take the hands to the sky as well. Hands back to the thigh and set up for splits prep. Push the hips back. Let's get into the hamstrings. Blocks here are your best friends or your couch pillows. Exhale, forward fold. Pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. Square those hips up. You can point the toes forward or back, whatever feels good in your body, but remember, do not lock the knee out. Have soft knees. Let's take it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the left hand down, right hand goes towards the sky. Take a twist. Right hand down, squares the foot, making our way back into modified low runner's lunge. Tucking the back toes, full version of low runner's lunge. Using that upper body. Notice it's all upper body. My lower body is my foundation. It did not move. I transitioned to crescent lunge. Palm the earth. Bring the right foot back. Flow through your vinyasa. Left leg 3-point, point the toes. Exhale, low runner's lunge. Modify, drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Walk the hands up to the thigh. Knee is never going past your toes. Push the hips forward, shoulders back, hands to the sky, gaze goes with your hands. Let's bring the hands back towards the earth. Let's make our way into splits prep, bringing the hips back, rolling to the heel of the front foot. You can point the toes towards you or forward, whatever feels good in your body, but let's have soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Right hand is going to stay down. We're going to take a twist on the side now. Open the chest up. You can open it up a lot. They feel really good in your body. Bring the left hand back down, making our way to modified low runner's lunge. Full expression, so now we're tucking the toes, coming off of that back knee, and taking crescent lunge. My left knee, my front knee, is a 90-degree angle. My back leg is just as strong as my front leg. I'm on the ball of the back foot. I'm rolling the shoulder blades down the spine, pinkies in, thumbs out. Exhale the hands down. Left foot meets the right, and we flow through our vinyasa. High plank to low plank, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Strong work, folks, strong work. Right leg back to 3-point. Exhale, cheetah, round the spine, tuck the chin. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, low runner's lunge. Crescent lunge. Warrior 2. So warrior 2, my front heel is in line with my back arch. My hips are squared to the side of the room. My knee is in line with my toes. Rolling the shoulders down the spine, looking over that front finger. I'm pushing into the back side of the foot. The back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Still not coming out of that right knee. We're strong with our foundation. Side angle. You can rest the elbow on the knee, just don't dump into the shoulders, still be strong. Or if you have the space in your body, you can make your way all the way to the earth, the right hand to the earth. But remember, chest and gaze should be open towards the sky. Reverse the side angle so the left hand comes down. We come on the ball of the left foot. The right hand goes to the sky. Gaze goes with the right hand. And we transition to crescent lunge. Stepping up for chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Palm the earth, step back, flow through your vinyasa. This is vinyasa number 3. You can always skip these if your shoulders and chest have had enough and just push back into downward facing dog, but do them intentionally. High plank to low plank, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Big inhale. Exhale, let's prepare for that sequence on the left side. So the left leg goes to 3-point. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, low runner's lunge. Setting that foundation up, right? Crescent lunge. Warrior 2, lining the front arch up with the back heel. Knee and toes going in the same direction. Looking over that front middle finger, roll the shoulders down the spine. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Side angle. Remember, you have options in the side angle. You can rest the elbow on the knee if that feels good in your body and you want a little bit more. Maybe you're reaching for the earth with the left hand, but remember, gaze and chest towards the sky, opening up. Reverse the side angle. So the right hand comes down, we come on the ball of the back foot. Remember to protect your right knee. And the left hand goes to the sky. Left hand frames that front foot, and we transition to crescent lunge. Stepping up for chair. Now, I encourage you to match big toe with big toe, precisely under control, making that transition. Strong work. Hands heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Palm the earth, step back, flow through vinyasa number 4 or 5. I'm losing count now, but remember, honor your body. Just push back into downward facing dog if you want to. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a few moments just to come to your knees. Towel off, take a sip of water. I know I've broken out in a sweat already. Okay. We're going to do a few more big poses. We'll get some balancing poses after that and a little bit of floor work. Okay. When you're ready, let's all meet back into downward facing dog. Right leg 3-point. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, mountain climber. Can you make that connection? Right knee to right elbow. And maybe you're really working on flying this, right? And you're playing with it, pushing off the earth, right? And then maybe you just go for it, okay? Back to 3-point. Exhale, crescent lunge. And we go down for 1 yogi lunge. Kiss the knee to the floor. 2 yogi lunges. 3 yogi lunges. Push up to stork pose. Flexing the toes. Turning the right quad on. Transitioning back to crescent lunge. Strong work. Opening to warrior 2. Flipping the front palm, peaceful warrior. Side angle. This time you might be a little bit more open in the side angle since it's our second time getting there. Maybe take a bind if that's in your practice. If you have a bind, release the bind, left hand goes to the sky, right hand to the earth. We rise back up for warrior 2. Straighten the front leg, surf the hands forward, triangle pose, soft right knee. We come to straight leg warrior 2. Take the right foot, point it towards the side of the room, hands on the hips. Big inhale, roll the shoulders down and take a big back bend. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Folks, I cannot tell you enough, this is your yoga practice. This is your wide leg forward fold. Take what's good in your body. However, I will encourage you, walk the hands over to the right foot. Take a bind with the left hand, and the right hand can go to the sky. Right hand down, walk hands to center. Inhale, wide leg, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walking hands over to the left foot, taking a bind with the right hand. Left hand back down, walking hands back to center. Take a second halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Walking the hands to the front of the room, feet are pivoting with those hands, and we push back into our high plank. Let's hold this high plank though. Let's turn the bellies on. Let's be long. Exhale slowly for low plank. Hold your low plank just for a few seconds. Push yourself. And then take your up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog. Cleansing breath. Here we go on the left side. Left leg, 3-point. Exhale, cheetah. Inhale, 3-point. Exhale, mountain climber. Maybe make that connection. You're shooting for that connection. Maybe you try to fly in and fly if that's in your practice. If not, just hold that connection. Inhale back to 3-point. Crescent lunge. Stork pose. It's okay if you come a little bit off balance. Push yourself. Flex the toes. And we transition back to crescent lunge. Warrior 2. Flip the front palm, peaceful warrior. Side angle this time. Again, you may be more open now. The body's a little bit warmer, a little bit more loose. So maybe you take your bind. Release the bind, left hand to the earth, right hand to the sky. Warrior 2. Straighten that front leg out, soft knee though, surf the hands forward, triangle pose. Back to straight leg warrior 2. Take the left foot, point towards the side of the room. Hands to the hips, big inhale, take a big back bend, exhale, wide leg forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So you can just hang here, you can take a bind. This time I want you to do whatever you need in this forward fold. You can take twists. You can interlace your hands behind your back and lead with your fingertips. Whatever works for you, whatever your body is calling for. About 3 to 4 more breaths here, whatever forward fold that you are in. Want everyone to inhale, rise, getting as big as you possibly can here. Star pose. Exhale, cactus-like arms. Point the toes outwardly and let's sink. And it's okay. I fell out. It's okay to fall out. Sink into goddess-like posture. Come up on the left tippy toes. And we come up on the right tippy toes. Both tippy toes. Heels down. Exhale, forward fold. Strong work. Walk the hands to the front of the room. Feet pivot and we step back, flowing through that vinyasa. Remember, high plank, low plank, up dog or cobra, downward facing dog. Move with your breath, right? So we exhale down, we inhale up, exhale, downward facing dog. Strong work. Right leg 3-point. Grounded warrior 3, so the right foot comes between the two hands, the back foot comes off the earth, toes are flexed. Play with your balance. Bring the hands to heart center. And let's rise for stork pose. I have a really good sweat going right now. I hope you do too. Figure 4. can you go in this figure four? And we rise back up to stork pose. Setting up for dancer, so take the left hand out, place the left foot in the left hand, keep the hips square here. Have a slight bend in my right knee. Release the bind carefully, precisely. Feet together, strong work. Heel toe the feet out, width mat. Let's take a breather here. I know I need one. So let's sink to Malasana. Okay, elbows comes on the inside of the knees, hands come together. So now that we have finished our big postures, our balancing acts, we are going to get some floor work in just to cool down. I'm sorry if there was a cut in the video. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. However, let's get the heart rate down now. Let's get some big floor postures before we get into Shavasana. So from here, we're just going to place our hands on the mat, push back into downward facing dog. Take the left leg to 3-point, and we're going to take lizard on the left. Drop the right knee, the back knee, and untuck the back toes. And we're going to hang out here for a few breaths. Notice how my knee flares out. I let my foot go with it. You can hang out here with your hands, or you can place your elbows on a block, or maybe the elbows go all the way to the earth. But the big thing is finding your spot, right? We do not want this to be easy, but we do not want this to be painful. Find that line, okay? Find that line where there's a little bit of discomfort and you're pushing yourself. That's how we're going to make progress. But I want you to relax in this posture. It's a very big posture, so we have a tendency to kind of clench down and really, make our face really strong at the same time. Relax the face, separate the teeth, breathe through it. You're going to see my head drop, so just drop the head down and relax. We'll be here for about 30 more seconds. Slowly, carefully come out of this, heel-toeing the foot to the opposite side of the mat, setting up for pigeon. So in pigeon, our shin will be parallel with the top of the mat. If that's difficult, you can always bring the heel a little bit closer to you, but back toes are untucked, then back knee is on the earth, and we're walking down. Again, we can put our elbows on blocks or on a pillow, okay? The goal here is to square the hips and relax, folks. Try to relax. If things really start to tighten up, you can always come out of it slightly, just slightly come out of it, and then you can always go back into it. Be here for about 30 more seconds. Breathe through it. One last good breath right here. And we're going to roll to that left hip. Bring the left foot towards you. Bring the right foot all the way around. Plant the right foot on the earth. Big inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, the right hand behind you. Left elbow assists with the twist. Take your gaze to the back of the room. And we untwist. Bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Just windshield wiper the knees back and forth. We're going to set up that same pose on the opposite side. We want to be balanced. So swing the legs around. I'm going to take the right leg to 3-point. And that right foot comes on the outside of the right pinky. Setting up for lizard on the right. So again, if the knee flares out, let the foot go with it. Knees and toes go together. You can rest your elbows on a pillow. And let's say after a few breaths that gets really easy, then you can remove the pillow and bring the elbows all the way to the earth if that feels good in your body. Remember, finding that line. Two more good breaths here, make them count. Slowly come out of this, heel toeing the foot to the to the left side of the mat. And we're going to set up for pigeon on the right side, or the opposite side you did it last time. Remember, the back knee is on the earth, the back toes are on the earth. Everything should be relaxed. Soften the face, and maybe melt a little bit deeper with each breath. Notice how it takes me a little bit to get deeper into it. I don't rush the process. It takes a little bit to get there. Two more good breaths here. And then we slowly come out of this, coming to the right hip, pulling the right foot a little bit closer, swinging the left leg around. Big inhale, hands to the sky, left hand behind you, right elbow assists with the twist. Take your gaze to the back of the room. And we untwist, bringing both the soles of the feet to the earth. Windshield wiper the knees back and forth. And before you set up for your Shavasana, you take your Shavasana as long as you need it. Remember, it is your practice. The light inside of me sees and honors the light inside of all of you. Namaste. Remember to be safe, be smart, take precautions, and I hope to see you in person soon.